Japan has an English problem. Everyone studies English, but nobody uses it in Japan. Valid reasons for pushing English down Japan's throat do not exist. There is no real-world application for English use in Japan. Excuses are weak at best. Japan needs to study English to become world citizens and to become informed. Is that true, though? Let's check what's actually happening inside Japan. Japanese learn about the world by watching videos. Those videos are in Japanese. Most Japanese people don't leave Japan. Very few leave Japan for vacation. And even less study abroad, and even less live abroad. About being worldly, social studies is taught in Japanese, not English. Japan learns about the world in their own language, just like everyone else. English lessons in Japan do not teach much about the world. Mostly they teach everyday things. Higher level English may get into emails or something. But mostly the world and current events are learned on social media for Japanese people, and that's in Japanese. Japanese can't speak English. The sentence structure is very difficult. So why all the years of required English when nobody uses it? The Olympics! Tokyo 2020 was another failed excuse to push English for a minute. Then nobody came because of COVID. But let's be serious for a minute. Does hosting an Olympics for a couple weeks justify 9 to 13 years of mandatory English study? No, it doesn't. I have been offered help at train stations numerous times. The English used was straight from a junior high school textbook. Can I help you? Then maybe go straight and turn right. This public assistance is also not enough to justify English slavery for many years. I just do not need your help that badly, but thank you. I'll figure it out myself. Compulsory English starts in Japan at grade 3. Yes, 3rd grade. It used to be grade 5. MEXT, or the Ministry of Education, decided to lower it and make English even worse for Japan. A useless monster that haunts Japan is getting bigger. How many kids sit in English class thinking, why am I studying English? Probably every single person in Japan at some point. Dear Japan, make English an elective course, optional, starting at junior high school. Elementary school is too young. Young learners should be focusing on topics in Japanese only. Then, later, let people decide the path of their own lives. Most students will never use English, ever. Stop enslaving Japan to something they don't need. It's pointless. But sadly, nothing is changing in Japan. The real reason Japan has English seems to be for tests, which have no real-world application. Japan has an English proficiency test for children called Eiken. It has 5 levels. Eiken is not required by public schools in Japan. Eiken is used as a useless benchmark for private schools. But it's also used by other parents as a useless benchmark, adding more pressure to public school students too. Many private schools require an Eiken 3 proficiency level by the end of junior high school. How bad is this? Some private schools offer Eiken test opportunities during the year. 3 chances during the year. Students have to take every test consecutively until they pass. No pressure. Just relax, okay? These are not bilingual private schools or schools that are English-based. Nope. These are schools with all Japanese instruction, forcing unrealistic English standards, meaning students must take private lessons outside of their normal school just to pass this Eiken test. For English, they will never use. What a waste of time. Basically, Eiken tests are for parental and school bragging rights. Kids are pushed into panic English cram schools to cope with these useless Eiken tests. All for no actual benefit or gain later in life. The TOEIC English test, however, is different. This actually has value, but only for Japanese adults. And by value, I mean money. The TOEIC test is taken by adults in Japan, not to become global citizens, oh no. And definitely not to speak English. Very few in Japan speak passable English. Instead, they take the TOEIC exam just to get a monthly bonus from their company. That's it. It's just for money and nothing else. Some companies offer money for high TOEIC scores. Then they don't use English at these companies, and the people taking the test also don't use English. It's just a grammar test for a monthly bonus on their salary. At least that's better than pushing English on school kids who can't even earn money. Adults have a choice to study TOEIC to chase a monthly bonus. Kids don't have a choice. But let's get real. Only some jobs like airplane pilots or hospitality require English. That's it. Many doctors speak some English. Occasionally, staff at your local city office might speak a little English. But usually, everyone defaults to translation apps. Even staff at immigration offices do not speak English where it's needed the most. They run to the back room to find the one person who can speak, if they exist. Dear Japan, why don't you teach Japanese people to better use translation apps? Because that's what's actually happening in Japan. The truth is, Japan has created an English monster. The English industry is massive, and it helps Japan's economy. To end it now would harm many people. So it's too late. Japan has enslaved its people to wasting time. Being worldly, global citizens first requires an open mind. Most Japanese people do not have an open mind. Oh yeah, that part. Mostly it's hardcore obey all day at work, and that follows them home to their private lives. Japanese society is insular, rigid, and oppressive. See these dots? I thought this was a joke. Then I saw it myself in real life in Japan. Japan is the antithesis of open-mindedness. They are programmed robots unless they are drunk. The truth is, studying English all these years is not changing Japan to become open-minded or worldly. Japan would need to deprogram the Majime, Bushido, and Munkanshin, i.e., their seriousness, their social indifference, and their military behavior. They would need to deprogram this out of their minds to begin to relax so worldly learning can be absorbed without extreme bias and xenophobia. Expecting Japan to be worldly while simultaneously living under quasi-military rule in socially oppressive Japan is a chasm so big it will never allow Japanese people to think differently. Most Japanese people are prisoners to Japan's obey or social harmony. It's impossible to develop worldly citizens, which is what Japan's English monster pretends is possible. Learn to be relaxed and normal people first. English is not that important.